Y'all, this is Big Basin State Park in California.
One of my favorite places in the entire world. You pull your car in, you pitch your tent, you light a fire. And trust me, about the time the sun goes down, you get some campfire cravings.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on YouTube, why, come on in the live chat, meet the Whiff Pack. A cool group of friends hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you too.
They would. And for our mention today, we noticed some fun things happening over at Ollieworks.
Y'all, new razor handle lengths, a brand new orange color, brushes and bowls that are CNC machined? Are you kidding me? And the longer aluminum handles are only $25.
We each got each other a brush and a bowl, but they're for Christmas gifts, so we can't open them yet.
And in an upcoming mention, my new stainless steel Meteorite razor. I love what they're doing at Ollieworks. And what is our soap today?
We have Campfire Cravings, and I have not had a s'more in a long time, so I am ready to meet this soap.
All right, y'all, from the Adopted Acres sales page at Etsy.com.
Campfire Cravings. Pull up a chair, warm your hands by the fire, and indulge in the coziest shave you've ever had. Campfire Cravings captures the soul of crisp nights, warm mugs, and flickering flames. The scent opens with a rich blend of spiced hot chocolate, steamed milk, and fresh brewed coffee, leading into a heart of toasted marshmallow, buttery caramel, and vanilla bean, anchored by tonka, soft white musk, warm mahogany, and smoldering embers. This is a nostalgic hug for your senses.
He went whole hog.
Yep.
I thought this was just going to be chocolate graham and marshmallow, but coffee, vanilla bean, warm musk.
Man.
Y'all, they love us. Well, this is excellent because anytime I see anything s'mores flavored, bubble gum or those little candies or those chocolate things with the marshmallows, it doesn't at all come close to s'mores. But this has a chance. Were s'mores like a non-negotiable part of your camping experience?
That's the first thing that you pack. Everyone knows this.
It has to be Hershey's chocolate.
And your marshmallow has to be as golden brown as possible.
And for the real aficionados, you didn't use a clothes hanger.
No.
You found your own stick on the ground and you whittled the end of it. Well, my tummy's starting to rumble. Come on out to the sandlot. We're going to go up to the treehouse and open this box. We did buy this set. However, Doug and Kara had thrown in a bar soap in a previous order for us to review. And y'all, the unboxing experience from Adopted Acres is unmatched in this hobby. Look at this and have a great day. I will. It's the pattern of the cows from the farm. And then wait a minute. It doesn't stop there. Look, you got the dirt of the farm. And this is the Halloween colors and carefully packaged by Mila. Thank you, Mila. One of Mila's responsibilities at Adopted Acres is choosing their music. And I know for a fact that they probably listened to a little Greatest Showman while they made this. Y'all, look at this label. Is that beautiful?
Doesn't your mouth just start drooling? Like you can smell the campfire.
We need to make some s'mores tonight. I think you can do it over the burner of your stove.
This could get sketchy.
Not in the microwave. And y'all, we figured out something cool about the splashes from Adopted Acres. A, they come packaged in this beautiful bag so that they're not going to spill. And two, they come with your choice of applicators. Now, you can either use this one, the little traditional cap, or you can use the spray on top. And the cool thing is, the spray on top also fits on the top of the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements aftershaves. Well, we've got our chocolate, our graham, and our marshmallow, and we are ready for our campfire first impression. Well, I think on your special Crohn's disease diet, you get to smell this first, because this is the closest you can actually get to a s'more. Thank you, Doug, by the way. That's important for her.
I think that picture that we showed with Lenny might be one of the last times I had s'mores. Almost like 9 years ago?
Sick right after that.
Okay, here's the
Oh.
base. Yeah.
Beautiful. Might be a little vanilla in there. Look at the color. Who knows?
All right, that was quite a list of things to read. I was definitely expecting like 3 set notes, so let's see what this brings.
So excited about this. He's filled in all the nooks and crannies. Smoke, embers, tonka.
All right, if you want to smell for the chocolate, that will take you into the whiff. There's more behind it, but if you want to smell that chocolatey goodness that just a s'more is coming, like you've got your graham cracker all set up with the chocolate ready, that's the first part of the whiff.
And that's the key to a good s'more, preparedness.
Didn't they tell us that on the Sandlot?
Right? You're a Girl Scout, you know that. Is your motto be prepared?
Have you seen my purse? I think I'm prepared for everything.
That's true. What do you need? A spoon?
I blame my mother, but it could have been Girl Scouts. I don't think we have many soaps that really have like a chocolate forward kind of hit.
Right.
So I was surprised by how much of the chocolatey goodness, maybe just because I haven't had chocolate in a while, I really want to smell that part first, but I am getting hit with much more of that chocolatey-ness. And I think they even mentioned a hot chocolate action, so maybe we're getting the double chocolate hit, but I am not complaining.
I sent him some Mexican hot chocolate last year. And a soap just came out of Mexican hot chocolate. I'm saying the man knows a good thing when he tastes it.
So the graham cracker is here,
Okay.
but I like how it's not pushing like the cinnamony or the spice side of the graham cracker. It really is just kind of the base of the scent for me somehow, like almost how woods are used sometimes.
Yeah.
It's kind of creating that creamy, cleanish kind of side.
Right.
I'm not getting as much campfire-ness, but I do feel like in the splash, it might be a little bit more for like the end of your shaving experience.
okay.
I have a feeling it's here, but my nose wants to get the chocolatey vibe first. Maybe when we lather, I'll get a little bit more. So if you're worried about it being too much of the embers coming through, it's not. It's much more actually sitting, creating the s'mores portion of the experience.
Gotcha. I do know, because I was talking to him yesterday on his drive home from the meetup at Ariana and Evans, that they are considering doing a splash to go along with their Mexican hot chocolate soap that smells only of marshmallows and whipped cream to
topper.
like go on top of the Mexican hot chocolate. I'm not saying that's a fabulous idea, but that is a fabulous idea.
Okay, speaking of marshmallows, let me take a look for the
Yeah,
marshmallows
you got another
here.
layer here to discover. I like mine a little black on the outside. I know. Lid on fire, you got to blow it out. That's how you know it's ready for your graham.
I somehow know that the marshmallows have that goldeny color. I know Thanksgiving's coming, like you put the marshmallows on the yams and you brown them in the oven.
It's
kind of
literal
that.
caramel. Like that's what you're getting. It's brown sugar.
But I'm not getting hit by a sugar bomb.
Right.
So that's why I think it's like a caramelized version of the marshmallow is what's happening in the whiff here.
Right. Y'all, I'm not saying that the Lane family likes chocolate, but this is what they brought us back when they went to Pennsylvania.
They went to the actual Hershey factory.
This smells like the opening of Willy Wonka.
Yep.
So is it chocolate forward, would you say?
My nose wants it to be, so I think that's what I'm getting greeted with the most. Is the chocolatey, warmer kind of size. Then I get the graham cracker. And oddly, the marshmallow at the last step of making the s'more, that's what I'm getting at the end.
Gotcha.
I can tell there's other spices that are making it warmer. Like, there was a big thing a few years ago. You could get those chocolate balm kind of things, and inside were all the fixings for chocolate milk.
Right.
And they had certain ones that had marshmallows and different things. So it really smells like a fun chocolate version of one of those.
Yeah, and then the milk would melt it and you'd see what was on the inside of the bomb, and that would come to the surface.
So I feel like we got a s'mores version of that. Like there's just something like an upper tier side to the chocolate.
I mean, I know I said Hershey or death, but are there other chocolate bars you can even buy? Like all the other candy bars have stuff in them, right?
Yeah, no, you can find some.
You can't?
Well, when I worked at Trader Joe's, they have tons down the aisle
that's true.
that I would kind of grab on the lunch break.
Forgot about those.
Yeah.
The crunch ones.
Yep.
That's why I'm fat.
And they're the perfect size bars. It's a good time.
They're perfect size bars when you want 3.
And they're only like $1.99. How do you say
And
no?
they come in a 3-pack. I'm assuming that's the serving size.
Yeah, because the little squares, if you break them up, are smaller than the Hershey size. So I just feel like you're allowed to have more.
They're fun size. I just like to have a lot of fun.
I think I'm getting mahogany at the end. My brain kept looking for more spice kind of action, but I think it's actually the mahogany. Like there's just something turned up about your experience while you're having your little campfire fun.
Well, all of those scent notes that seem to fill in the gaps between the 3 layers had me excited. All right, I want to take this
See
in.
what your whiff says.
Ooh, all right. Okay, look at my face. It's not really melted chocolate. I'm going to raise the stakes. You know what this is? Folks, this is the chocolate sauce that McDonald's puts on their sundaes. Now, hold on. Before you run to your computers to place your order, at Adopted Acres. There's more. It doesn't get crazy sweet, where the other chocolate forward soaps that we have go very, very sweet. This one dives into the buttery center, the cocoa butter heart of the chocolate. And the sweet is arrested rather quickly as it turns to a fudgy sense in the middle. And specifically, that thick, warm, sludgy fudge that McDonald's puts on their sundaes when the machines are working. So 2 or 3 months out of the year. That segues into a gentle sort of nuttiness, almost a hazelnut. And that's what brings me into the graham next. Ooh.
So the chocolate does bring you in first, though.
Oh,
that's what you hit.
100%.
Okay. There we go.
Definitely a spine of chocolate. I can feel that melted chocolate making its way around the edges of that beautiful s'more. Hold on. Well, and you know what? It makes sense, because if you did have a s'more fresh from the fire sitting in front of you, the chocolate is the first sense that meets you. That's for sure the most potent sense in there. And then the graham comes next. Even something a little earthy and grounded in it. And then the marshmallow's like a cloud.
Yeah, it's softer.
Over the top, right? Even kind of continuing the idea of a marshmallowy butter or a frosting.
Yeah.
Kind of over the top of it. Ooh.
It's kind of like the froth on top of a hot chocolate or something. Like it has a frothy, airy side.
It is a bit lactonic for sure. Each is offering their own sweet that is so tied to their original flavor, they have their own identities. That's why this doesn't go crazy sweet. Each one's offering a little bit. And when you take all those offerings in together, they balance out beautifully and let those other scent notes kind of breathe.
There's space between them. They're all there, but it's how they're interacting.
Right. Oh, the fudginess of that chocolate almost borders on a peanut butter.
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
Like there's a richer side to it somehow.
Right. It goes rich, not sweet.
Yes.
Those are the words that I wish I had thought of. And I'm a little sad because there's generally something a little bit earthy in the base that adds something beautiful to the scent, which would be a little out of place here. And it's not here. I'm not sensing it in this version. And you know what's funny? This is a country mile from like Truffle Shuffle or Dork or some of the other chocolate ones that we have. It's a very different kind of chocolate. It presents in a different way, a much different intensity too.
That's what I was kind of trying to say at the beginning, but I think now that you've spent more time whiffing it, like that's the difference between them.
Right. And it's not a recognizable chocolate kind of blend. You know, every once in a while when you smell a chocolate soap, you're like, I think that's Twix.
Right.
Or I think that started out as like Kit Kat, right? This is its own thing. And it has just enough smoke, so I know this was cooked outside.
Exactly.
But I'm kind of hoping that in the lather, the smoke might turn up a little bit, as it occasionally does, because I want this to be a little bit more of the vibe I feel starting in the middle of this.
Because, you know, every time you have a s'mores, you sit there a lot longer hanging out, visiting with people than you do just to make the one s'more. Like, once you're there, you don't leave. So that kind of smokiness stays in your sweatshirts and stuff.
We should have got our Buzz Lightyear, because remember he talks about making schmoes? You know what I'm going to layer this with?
Tell me.
Douglas fir. So
I'm with
have a total outside s'more adventure. I might even do it at the end of this episode.
I'm with you, because I need it to be a little colder in the air now that winter's almost
There you go. All right, y'all. Well, this is going to be a fun adventure. We're going to look at all of these scent notes in the nooks and crannies of this and build you an Adopted Acres lather. All right, y'all, back to the Etsy sales page for adoptedacres.com. I'm noticing a long-forgotten friend in these top notes that I should have recognized, because I think it's the same scent that's in our Redwood Rhapsody wedding scent that Doug had crafted. Fresh brewed coffee is in the top notes, along with spiced hot chocolate and steamed milk. My beloved, I am pretty sure he is only using the coffee note to turn the chocolate from a Hershey bar into that McDonald's fudge. I do not get a coffee sense in here, but I totally sense what it's doing to the chocolate.
It's like the dark chocolate meeting the deeper sides of the coffee itself.
Right.
Somehow those just blend together to create the best, like, mocha-ish thing.
And what's funny, the bitter side of the dark chocolate and the coffee cancel each other out. There is not a molecule of that bitterness in here, which is, I think, why I'm getting it as fudge. Well, you do mix chocolate with milk and marshmallow. It is fudge. And then into the heart notes, we start with...
See, I was right. It's toasted marshmallow. It's not just the marshmallows out of the bag. They have to be toasted.
Golden brown. And then, here are some surprises. Buttery caramel. I love that. A burnt sugar note already. And vanilla bean. Little bit of a boozy hit inside of that too, I think.
But I think, again, the buttery caramel with the vanilla bean help try to make it so that the chocolate doesn't have that bitter side. Like, that's where it's rounding out the edges and adding sweet without being over the top.
Right. And then base notes.
Okay.
Tonka bean, which I love, has a little bit of coumarin inside of that. Might give you a tiny bit of a hay note of being outside, or a little signature from the farm, maybe. Soft, white musk. Now we dive into some surprises. Well, maybe that's the bougie sleeping bag you've got in the tent with the goose down.
Then we have our warm mahogany, and here's our smoldering embers.
The warm mahogany is the stick, right, that you find and whittle the end. And smoldering embers, the olfactory fingerprint of Adopted Acres, a little bit of that pot-belly stove in the middle of the center. Beautiful, y'all. Do you sense Kara's nose in this, or you think this is all Doug?
Let's see. I don't know. I feel like this is a family-approved sense.
I
everyone would want to enjoy some s'mores. I'm just saying.
I might have found a little bit of Ethan's pineapple. I love that he resisted a little bit of a soil note or a little bit of an evergreen note so that we could layer this and build our camping experience out if we want.
Well, we come from more like redwood territory, so we just kind of add in the redwood trees and stuff in with a type of scent like this. I don't think everyone has the redwoods experience like we do.
And y'all, this is our Trotter Patina colorway brush. Is that not beautiful? It was a gift from Sean and Julie Smaldridge at the beginning of our journey.
We cherish it. And then this is my abalone bowl from the KUN, the smaller sauce.
Oh, and a little bit of bite back. I'm not sure if this is the Grand Champion base. It's a little bit harder, I think. All right, and Sarah's just going to mush the soap into the ridges of that bowl until it makes a fine layer, because right now we just want to transfer that soap up onto the bristles of the brush. We don't actually want to start building our lather yet. A little water, also a gift from Sean and Julie Smaldridge. All right.
Okay.
Here we go. How are you going to build this lather?
Taking my dry brush onto our soap here, going one direction, trying to get it on the bristles, and then going the other direction, just getting it to make sure there's no little chunks as it comes up. And then I'll turn the brush, and I'll keep going, sneaking a little bit on my brush as I go by.
I had my first white peppermint mocha from Starbucks today in years, and I just had the world's most delicious bourbon.
And as I'm going here, I'm just going to sneak a little more water into the experience as I'm going. A little bit at a time. Otherwise, you get those giant bubbles that are kind of annoying.
Yeah, you don't want that. We almost start with a paste and build out. I don't like to have to take giant bubbles and try to make them small again. And if you find you get a little bit of a cobwebby pattern on the bottom of your bowl, that's how it's asking for just a little bit more water.
Or if my brush looks like this.
Right.
And I know we never talk about lather here, but the iridescence and that padded little thing falling off the brush.
Y'all. And this is something you will only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Whiff. On 3, 1, 2. I read they made up that brand for Ghostbusters. I always thought it was a real brand. Oh, interesting. A little bit more of the smoke here. A little bit less of the chocolate. A little bit more of a balance. Ooh.
It's more spread out, maybe.
Yeah. More of the graham?
Yeah, that might be what it is. Or the caramelized kind of stuff.
Right. A little bit of the mahogany and the embers are a bit more present. Very nice.
It is still in the s'mores lane, for sure. But those things are just kind of having a little more voice here.
And y'all, if you've never seen an Adopted Acres lather coat and cover, a moneymaker, well, you have now. Look at that. Would you like to imbibe just a little bit?
I think I just might.
Luxurious lather?
I'm surprised Lainey isn't over here. She loves all these gourmandy things.
Thick and rich and never even thinks about clogging my razors. You know how when you get your Hanson and you keep doing this and nothing's happening because you haven't rinsed it in a while? That doesn't happen with the Adopted Acres soap. Hanson has a new brush coming. Just check your email. And y'all, not only are we going to try on this splash, but we're going to do some appropriate layering. Why don't you come along with us? All right, so first, let's do the OG, the Campfire Cravings splash. Kind of about 5 sprays usually does it.
Oh, I'm already getting more of the musky mahogany business.
Oh.
I thought that might happen. This has the masculine kind of bougie little hit to it, a little more mature side.
Almost like sort of an Avon-y aftershave in the distance, kind of under the surface with the mahogany, the spices in that.
The spices are nice and warm here. I don't think it's cinnamon, but it's something in that warmer side.
It's not cinnamon, but it's adjacent. It's kind of almost a bark or something like that. Beautiful.
Yeah.
The vanilla's coming through. The toastedness of the marshmallow is in this. Wow.
I am cozy in my mahogany chair, and I do not want to leave this campfire.
I'm getting a little bit of the bourbon. Are you
That might
sensing
be,
that? Gorgeous. Well, vanilla extract is a bourbon.
It might be like that buttered caramely kind of feel too.
Oh, this is masterful.
And we decided instead of using Douglas fir for a little mashup fun, we are going to add a little Summit Trail.
There you go.
Take our s'mores to the trail. Why not?
Exactly that. All right. I'm just going to do a little drop or two of this. And we'll see if this now takes the s'more vibe outside. Right, here we go. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let them blend. Let them come together. Let them hug. Let them hug it out. Hold on.
It's kind of like where day turns into night.
Oh.
That dusky, like at the end of the trail where you want to put your little campfire and chill for the night. Somehow that's where it's hidden. It does give a little approaching Christmassy vibe, which I am not complaining about.
It's the evergreen. Oh, it's fabulous. I need more of the s'mores. The pine gets a little bossy against the chocolate. Hold on a second.
So the ratio should be like 1 Summit Trail to 3 campfire.
Right, there you go. It's like mashing up Jelly Belly jelly beans.
Right. You take the marshmallow one and the chocolate one to make your own little s'mores with the Jelly Bellies. Same idea.
Wow.
Oh, but that campfire got way more cozy having the cooler trees around, I gotta say.
Love this. Doug, you should have a secret website on your site that has your mashups and what they end up smelling like. Well, I love this because Summit Trail has a little bit of a whimsy to it, a little bit of a nostalgia to it, and that's binding with the s'mores rather beautifully.
Right? Somehow the campfire side is really connecting to the embers that are in the Summit Trail. Like that's where they're grounding together.
Yes, I'm getting the smoke in both.
So if you need to escape the adulting and crazy things with life, this could be a wonderful combo to just escape and enjoy yourself without getting diabetes or my guts exploding.
So it's pretty simple, y'all. You take your gram. You take half a Hershey bar. I know, half. And you put it on the gram. Then you get your mallow. You put it on a stick that you found and whittled yourself. You keep it over the fire till it's just about right. And then you leave it on there another minute till it catches on fire. You blow it out. You put it on top of the chocolate. You take your second gram. You put it on top. You push down until it all oozes out just right. And the chocolate starts to melt. And then you put on Summit Trail to enjoy it and get your own. So head over to etsy.com/shop/adoptedacres soap co to find this and all kinds of other cool stuff. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Campfire Cravings, and I still go to this. This is not so much s'mores as it is s'mores made with McDonald's Sundae fudge. And I think it's the coffee note that does it, because Doug's the first one to tell you he's not a giant fan of that coffee note in there. He uses it as a space maker for other things, as a way to view them and a way to sense them in a slightly different way. And I think the way that you walk into a McDonald's when you're little and you smell McNuggets and coffee, it kind of has a way of bringing that out of the chocolate for me. I don't know. But y'all, one of the best bases in all of the business. My top 3 shaves, one of them was with an Adopted Acres. And this is no exception. What a fabulous shave this is. Easy, comfortable, beautiful. And I can take some twists and turns with my new razors I wouldn't normally. Thank you, Lane family. We'll be back. Welcome to Messages.
So for our November giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to get $25 to Barrister and May.
Yeah, y'all, and all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send us an email here to we sent you at thebarbershopduet.com so we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways, and then check back here on our first December episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck. The other fun thing is when you get the cravings for s'mores, it's always when you don't have all the supplies or you don't have everything you need to have that exact s'more.
Or you're not camping.
So instead, you can go have a wonderful shave and just pretend that you were out having that same old experience.
And isn't that what it's about? 2 weeks a year, I went camping with my family all over California, up to the Oregon border, down into the Santa Cruz Mountains, and all points in between. And y'all, as we grow older, aren't we all just a little bit homesick for a time and a place that'll never come again? None of my senses will know another one of those camping trips with my little family or with my mama. But y'all, when these artisans blend these things just right, one of my senses can take me back. And when I close my eyes and I feel that warm shaving brush against my face, the other senses bow down to what the nose is experiencing. And it's the closest thing I've had or will ever have to my own personal DeLorean to go back to those times and relive those memories in a very profound way. Scent is the sense most hardwired into the brain. So Doug and Kara, and all of you, in fact, who make these inspiring creations, thank you for giving us a way to know that every once in a while, those experiences aren't going to go away completely and forever, because there are these little works of art in our shave lockers that when we open them can bring us back to these most cherished memories or take us away on brand new adventures. And y'all, that is why we do what we do, and that's why we're so glad to have you along with us. Doug and Kara, we bought this one, but thank you for being so supportive of our show and sending us out so many of your products for free to review. We sure cherish them and our friendship with you.
They did sneak that bar soap in, so I think we should take a whiff of that before we forget. We got too excited.
I almost forgot. Let's see. Let me get a little bit wet.
Let's test it for
and
real.
Smell. Oh, that's nice. A little bit of a cleaner version of it, a little less chocolate somehow.
I get actually more like the end of the splash coming through the musks and the mahogany part a little bit more in here. Like the chocolate's the last part of the whiff, where here it's the first part of the whiff. I love that this isn't called just s'mores because there's a lot going on here. And campfire cravings are those memories that you were mentioning earlier. Like when we picture a campfire or building s'mores with friends or family, it's that time together, the crackling of the fire, the laughter of everyone talking and hanging out. Nobody wants to be the first one to go to bed or to leave, and that is the best part of Campfire Cravings. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell more nostalgic just watching this.